Hello students, welcome to all of you. Myself Yogita Sangpal from Sadguru Gadge Maharaj College, Karad. In the topic halogen derivatives, we completed up to the nucleophilic substitution reactions of the halogen derivatives. And I told you that there are three types of the reactions of the haloalkanes. That is first is the substitution reaction, second is the elimination reaction, and third is the reaction with metals. Now in last two lectures I have completely told you about the nucleophilic substitution reactions. So in this lecture we will start with the elimination reaction. Now you know that the word eliminate means to remove. So in the elimination reaction of the alkyl halide there is a removal of something. And what will be the remove in this elimination reaction? Mostly there is a removal of halogen and hydrogen atom from the alkyl halide takes place in the elimination reaction of the alkyl halide. So since there is a removal of hydrogen and halogen, hence the reactions are also called as dehydrohalogenation reactions. You know that the word D means to eliminate, and dehydrohalogenation means there is a removal of hydrogen and halogen takes place in this reaction. So we will go with the statement of the reaction. In elimination reaction, alkyl halides heated with alcoholic solution of KOH or NaOH undergo dehydrohalogenation and alkenes are formed. So in this reaction there is a product of this reaction is the alkenes, and this product this reaction takes place through the dehydrohalogenation. There is a removal of hydrogen and halogen. Dehydrohalogenation involves removal of halogen atom from alpha carbon and hydrogen atom from adjacent beta carbon. Now you have to remember about the alpha carbon and the beta carbon. So in the any alkyl halide which is the alpha carbon to which halogen is attached. Now in this, here I take the example. In this example this is the carbon, and to this carbon this halogen is attached. So this carbon is known as the alpha carbon because this halogen is directly attached to this carbon. So this carbon is known as the alpha carbon, and the carbon carbon adjacent to the alpha carbon is known as the beta carbon. So in this example this is the beta carbon because this is adjacent to this alpha carbon, and the halogen which is attached to this beta carbon is known as the beta hydrogen. So this is the beta hydrogen. So alpha carbon is that carbon to which halogen is attached, and beta carbon is the carbon which is adjacent to the alpha carbon. So you have to remember that. And when we react any alkyl halide with alcoholic KOH, that is with a strong base, we will get there is a removal of the removal of halogen atom from alpha carbon. Now this is the halogen atom of alpha carbon and hydrogen atom of a beta carbon takes place. When there is a reaction of alkyl halide with a strong base, that is alcoholic potassium hydroxide or alcoholic sodium hydroxide, then the removal of the halogen from the alpha carbon and removal of hydrogen from beta carbon takes place, and the product of this compound is the alkene. So in this, here in this example this is the beta hydrogen, or this is beta hydrogen because this is attached to this beta carbon, and this beta hydrogen is attracted by this OH minus. This is OH minus, and this OH minus gets attached to this hydrogen. So there is a removal of this hydrogen, and this OH and OH together forms this H2O here. So here is the bond, this bond between carbon and hydrogen breaks, and these two electrons goes shifted towards this. So here this form the double bond, and this, because of this double bond, this carbon gets unstable. So there is a removal of this halogen atom takes place, and this K is this K, that is K reacts with this X, and there is a formation of KX, that is potassium halide. So in this elimination reaction, what will happen? In this elimination reaction, this beta hydrogen is removed and the 2 electrons of the bond between the carbon and hydrogen get shifted toward this bond, and there is a making of another bond, and because of this another bond, this carbon becomes unstable, and so there is a removal of this halogen takes place and the formation of the potassium halide takes place in this reaction. So the product of this elimination reaction is alkene. So here I take the example, when ethyl bromide is boiled with alcoholic KOH, it gives ethylene. So it is the ethyl bromide. There is a presence of 2 carbon atom, and this is alpha carbon because this bromine, that is our halogen, is attached to this carbon. So this is the alpha carbon, and carbon adjacent to this carbon is beta carbon. So there is a removal of hydrogen from this carbon and removal of halogen, that is bromine, from this carbon takes place, and when this reactant boil together, there we will get ethylene or ethene. In common name system it is named as ethylene, and in IUPAC it is ethene, and this K reacts with Br to form KBr, and H2O. OH reacts with this H, and there is a formation of H2O. So you have to remember that in elimination reaction, halogen from alpha carbon and beta hydrogen takes place in elimination reaction. Now in the case of, I take second example here, isopropyl chloride. When isopropyl chloride is boiled with alcoholic potassium hydroxide, it gives propylene or propene. So this is the example. Now in this example there are 2 beta hydrogens, because this is the alpha carbon, because this is the alpha carbon, since this chlorine is attached to this carbon, and these 2 are the beta carbon because these 2 carbons are adjacent to this carbon. But so when we remove hydrogen from this carbon, we will get the product like CH3CH double bond CH2. When we remove the hydrogen from this carbon, there we will get CH3CH double bond CH2, and when we remove hydrogen from this carbon, we will get the product like this CH2 double bond CH and CH3. But since these 2 products, that is this is also the structure of the propene and this is also the structure of the propene. See, these 2 beta carbon atoms have same alkyl group, we get the same product in this reaction, that is propene. But now in this example, that is secondary butyl bromide is boiled with alcoholic KOH, it gives but2ene as a major product. So this is the example of the 2-bromobutane, and here there is a presence of 2 beta hydrogen, and these 2 beta hydrogens are of 2 different groups. Now this is the beta 1, we will say it as a beta 1, and this is the beta 2. Now here there is a chance to remove this hydrogen also and this hydrogen also, but in this case there is probability of the removal of this hydrogen, that is the hydrogen of the beta 2 carbon, beta 2, there is a most probability of the removal of this beta 2 hydrogen takes place, and there is a formation of the but2ene, that is this is the major product of this reaction but2ene, we will get it as a 80%. We will get but2ene as a 80% in this reaction. Now when secondary butyl bromide is boiled with alcoholic KOH, it gives but2ene as a major product. So this is 2-bromobutane, and there is a presence of this carbon, there is a presence of 2 beta hydrogen. So we will call it, this is the alpha carbon, and this is the beta hydrogen. So we will take beta 1, and this is also beta carbon, and this is beta 2, and there is a probability of the removal of these two hydro, that is this hydrogen also and this hydrogen also. But here in this case, the most probability hydrogen from the beta 2 carbon is removed. So there is a formation of but2ene as a major product in this reaction, that is 80%, because this hydrogen and this bromine is removed, and these 2 electrons are shifted toward this, and there is a carbon, there is a double bond. Means in this case, this hydrogen, this beta 2 hydrogen remove, and this the 2 electron from this carbon hydrogen bonds are shifted toward this, and there is a formation of but2ene as a 80%, while there is a less probability of the formation of the removal of, there is a less probability of the removal of this beta 1 hydrogen, and this is formed as a minor product at, that is 20%. So there is a formation of 2 kBr and twice of H2O takes place in this reaction. Now, what is the factor that decides the major product of this reaction, or what is the rule which decides the major product of the reaction? Now, the Russian scientist Sazev gave us the rule for the elimination reactions. Now, he said that the elimination of hydrogen atom from adjacent carbon atom having lesser number of hydrogen atoms takes place. Now, Sazev said that there is a removal of hydrogen atom from adjacent carbon having less number of hydrogen atom. Now, in this case, that is in the case of 2-bromobutane, these two are the beta hydrogens, but to this carbon there is a less number of hydrogen, that is there are 2 hydrogen atoms to this attached to this carbon, and there are 3 hydrogen atoms are attached to this beta 1 carbon, and beta 2 carbons there are 2 hydrogen. So the hydrogen atom from adjacent carbon having less number of hydrogen atom. So to this beta carbon there are less number of hydrogen atoms are attached. So the removal of this hydrogen atom takes place in this reaction. So I read the statement of the Sajev's rule again. The elimination of hydrogen atom from adjacent carbon atom having less number of hydrogen atom takes place. So this is tertiary butyl. When tertiary butyl chloride is boiled with alcoholic KOH, it gives isobutylene. Now in this example, this is the alpha carbon, and these three carbons are attached to this adjacent to this alpha carbon. But these 3 carbons have a same alkyl groups. So there is an equal probability of the removal of these 3 hydrogen atom takes place. So the product of the reaction is same in this example. So here is the formation of the CH3CCH3. Removal of 1 hydrogen atom from the beta carbon takes place. CH3CCH3 double bond CH2, KCl and H2O are formed as a byproduct of this reaction. So in the case of tertiary butyl chloride, there is a presence of 3 hydrogen atoms, but the product of the reaction is same. Now methyl halide does not give this reaction due to absence of beta hydrogen atom. Now in the methyl halide there is a, here I take the methyl halide CH3Cl. This is the methyl chloride. Now in this case there is only alpha carbon present in this compound, and there is no presence of any beta carbon. Means there is no adjacent carbon to this carbon in this compound. So due to absence of beta hydrogen atom, methyl halide does not give elimination reaction. You have to remember that. Next type of our reactions are reactions of active metals. Now the first reaction is Woods reaction. Alkyl halides react with sodium in a dry ether to give hydrocarbon containing double the number of carbon atoms present in the halide. This reaction is known as the Woods reaction. Now in this Woods reaction, alkyl halide react with sodium in presence of a dry ether to give the hydrocarbon containing double the number of the carbon atom present in the halide, original halide. So this is the general reaction, that is twice of Rx reacts with twice of Na to give RR and twice of NaX. Now in this reaction, this is the sodium, and this sodium reacts with this alkyl group to form alkane. These two alkenes are attached together to form alkane, and this sodium reacts with this halogen to form sodium halide. Here I take the examples. Twice of C2H5Br reacts with twice of Na in presence of a dry ether. In that, this two alkyl group, that is C2H5, gets attached, that is CH3CH2 and again CH2CH2. There is a formation of the butane takes place, and this two bromine reacts with these two sodium atoms to form twice of NaBr. So in this reaction, you have to remember that in Woods reaction, there is the formation of the only even carbon compound, that is even carbon alkane takes place. Since the alkene groups are doubled to form alkane in this reaction. So you have to remember that Woods reaction only give hydrocarbon containing even number of the carbon. So when mixture of two different alkyl halides are used, all three possible alkanes are formed. Here we react CH3Br with CH3C2H5. CH3CH2Br, that is methyl bromide reacts with ethyl bromide in presence of a sodium and a dry ether. Now in this reaction, these CH3 groups, these two CH3 groups are joined together to form CH3CH3, means 2CH2 alkyl group of this first compound gets attached together to form corresponding higher alkane. Now these two alkyl groups from the second compound are also react together to form higher alkane of this compound, and this alkyl are also react to form the are also gets attached together to form higher alkane. So the product of this reaction is CH3CH3, CH3CH2, CH2CH3, and this CH3CH2 gets attached to this CH3, and this is also the product CH3CH2, CH3. So this is about the Woods reaction. The next reaction is reaction with magnesium. Now in this reaction with magnesium, alkyl halides react with magnesium metal in presence of a dry ether to form alkyl magnesium halide, that is RMgX. Reagent being highly reactive reacts with any source of proton to give hydrocarbon. Now in this reaction, this is known as the Grignard reagent because this is invented by the scientist Victor Grignard in 1900. So the name of this reagent is Grignard reagent, and this Grignard reagent is highly reactive because there is a presence of a covalent bond between the carbon and magnesium, and there is a ionic bond between this magnesium and the halogen takes place. So here is this magnesium is electropositive is comparison to this carbon atom. So this carbon atom of this alkyl group gets partially negative charge on it. This magnesium is partially positive and this halide is partially negative. So this compound is highly reactive. So any source of proton, so this is react with any source of proton to give hydrocarbon. So when this alkyl magnesium halide is react with water, that is we can write it as a HOH. This R that becomes negative, this R is electronegative and this attracts this proton to form Rx and MgOH, that is byproduct of this reaction, and this it is also called as the organometallic compound. This RMgX, that is alkyl magnesium halide is also known as the organometallic compound. So this is about the reaction with magnesium. Next is reaction of haloarenes. First reaction is reaction of haloarene with metals. Now in this we see in the Woods reaction takes place between the two alkyl groups and the sodium metal. Now in this first reaction is Woods-Fittig reaction. This reaction is similar to the Woods reaction, but in this reaction one alkyl group and one aryl groups are gets attached. When one aryl compound reacts with alkyl halide in presence of a sodium and dry ether, we will get the one alkyl group and aryl groups are gets attached together. Now in this example, this is the example of the bromobenzene reacts with methyl bromide in presence of a sodium and dry ether. We will get this benzene ring gets attached to this methyl and we will get the structure of the toluene, and this bromine reacts with sodium to form sodium bromide. So this Woods-Fittig reaction is similar to the Woods reaction, but in this case the aryl halide reacts with alkyl halide in presence of a sodium and dry ether to form corresponding product. This phenyl ring and methyl gets attached to form the toluene, and there is a byproduct of the reaction is sodium bromide. So this is about the Woods-Fittig reaction. Next reaction is Fittig reaction. Now in this Fittig reaction, here we take one alkyl halide and one aryl halide and one alkyl halide. But in the case of Fittig reaction, two aryl halides reacts with sodium metal in presence of a dry ether, and we will get these two aryl groups are get attached together, and there is a formation of the sodium halide, that is sodium bromide in this case. Here is the bromobenzene. Here this is the example of the two bromobenzene. These two bromobenzene when react with sodium in presence of a dry ether, these two phenyl groups, the phenyl rings are gets attached together to form diphenyl, and the byproduct of this reaction is Toysop NaBr, that is sodium bromide. So this is about the Fittig reaction. Here I take the another example also. So in this example, this is the chlorobenzene when react with Toysop Na in presence of a dry ether, I will get the same type of structure, that is diphenyl. And there is a formation of these two sodium reacts with chlorine to form Toysop NaCl, that is sodium chloride in this reaction. So this is about the Fittig reaction. So in this lecture we have completed elimination reaction of the alkyl halide and reaction with metals. So this is for today. Thank you.